Alright gamers, welcome back. Dark Souls episode 47. We are back still in Izalith dealing with the Bed of Chaos, the most annoying boss in all of Dark Souls 1. I did find an easy strat for it, so we were doing some things wrong. We had a right idea, in a sense, but we're gonna go ahead and slap on our bow and just take him down the good old-fashioned way, shall we? Ranged attacks, baby! Oops, meant to switch arrows. There we go. So this might take me another attempt or two, but we're gonna try what I saw another guy do, which is basically just, sneak over to the left side, sit in this corner, shoot the branches down, and go from there. After this, we're basically done with Izalith. There's not too much here. Not too much, I say, and there's, at least like 4 or 5 episodes we've done down here in total, so, there was a good bit down here, but... Next, we're going to be going to one of the very last areas. Oh, my game tabbed out into my, BattleNet. Sorry about that. There's an update. Weird. Put my cursor off the screen. Saved it. Saved it. Oh! Why the hell did my BattleNet pop up like that? Weird. Anyways, yeah, we're going to the Catacombs, which is one of the last games in the base game for us. Or one of the last places in the base game for us, excuse me. Then we'll be doing a few more things, prepping for the end of the game. We'll go do the DLC, and then we'll go do the end of the game. Exciting, exciting, exciting stuff. Then before we take on Dark Souls 2, we're going to be playing a couple other games. I think we're going to, like I said, Silent Hill 2, a couple indie games, a couple other things that I want to do and play and record. But at some point, we'll be coming back to Dark Souls and playing Dark Souls 2 next, and then 3, of course. Break all these branches. Not the best aim here, but... Yeah, there it is. Now she has both of her arms unleashed. Her chaos arms. And we're gonna see if I can get back to the base platform. Now there's the fire. There's the fire that we were thinking about. Let's go ahead and pop a full heal. Bait the hands. Bait the swing. There's the right hand. No. There's the right hand. Now do the left. I'm gonna die, no. We can reset this. Bait the sweep. Bait the sweep. Go! Oh, that was sick. No! Okay. Whew. Oh, bro, it's the witch. She's just become this, like, larva, this maggot. Ugh. Whew. The Bed of Chaos. Defeated. God. 60,000 souls, that's a level and a half. Let's go ahead and take our faith to 12, I think. Do I have any souls on me? No. Okay. A few more things to do here. We need to sit back down at this bonfire. Hello? Oh wait, I have my menu open. Duh. We want to warp back to the Daughter of Chaos. We'll get the thorns set. I guess we'll talk to...
Are you prepared then? I will make available if you need.
How do I get the... It says warp back to the Daughter of Chaos bonfire and get the thorns set. Don't I already have... Didn't I already have the thorns set? Don't we already have the thorns set? Let's skim through our vast library of gear. We can put the Sunlight Bros set up. Maybe we don't have it. How do I get it here? Put up the Sunlight Straight Sword and the shield. As well as the Talisman and the Izalith Catalyst and the Demon Catalyst. I might need to look up what do I need to do to get this thorn set. I figured that was it, no? Well, give me just a second here, guys. Let me pause the video and see what I need to do for this. I'll be right back in just a second. Damn, so unfortunately I think I messed up. I think in order to get the thorn set, you have to kill Knight Kirk in 3 separate locations throughout the game. Once in the sewers, once in the Demon Ruins, and then once in Izalith itself. We killed him in the sewers, I remember that. We just killed him in Izalith, but I think I messed up and I didn't actually summon him when we were in the Demon Ruins. And you can only summon him before you kill the Fire Sage, which we've already killed the Fire Sage. So I think, unfortunately, I'm gonna miss out on that set. That's okay. We at least have his weapon and his shield. Hey, it's a cool set to get, though. It's one of the sets that the Executioner can get in Night Rain. And Kirk is kind of like the first instance of PvP a player gets in Dark Souls. So it's just kind of a cool symbolic set, and I would have loved to read it, but unfortunately I made mistakes. It is what it is, though. So now we're gonna warp back to Firelink Shrine. We're gonna go talk to Siegelinda of Katarina. There she is.
Well, hello again. I have finally located my father. All of your help was invaluable to us. Thank you so much. I was finally able to pass on my mother's last words.
That's really sweet.
My father, he went on his final adventure. Don't worry, that's just the way he is. Undead or no. Sort of reassuring, really. If he goes hollow, I'll just have to kill him again.
Again, so she's had to kill her dad before. Like, he's gone hollow and she's had to kill him before, and that's crazy. And I think from what I've read about Sieglinde is like she still has her humanity. She hasn't gone hollow, so she's just like out here braving all of these dangers and adventures and challenges, like with her actual humanity on the line. Like she could actually die and not come back. But she loves her dad, she loves her kingdom, she's a warrior. And her dad is obviously hollowed.
My father?
So I guess, yeah, we're gonna go to where his final adventure is, which is Ash Lake. So we are going to warp to the Stone Dragon, I believe. This should get me there. And we'll just walk along the sandbar. And I believe her father's last adventure was down here. I believe he finds his way all the way down here and gets overwhelmed, and she comes down here to save him, and I believe she's down here. So let's go see if we can find her, have a chat, wrap up the Sieglinde and her father's kind of story and campaign. I love the soundtrack down here. That's so good. I also just love the way this area looks. I would love a painting of this. Oh, I thought I fell in. Like, this would be a sick painting in my opinion. One of the old giants' skulls? Okay, where is she? I think she's all the way up there, huh? Oh no.
My father, all hollow now. He's been subdued. He will cause no more trouble. It's finally over. I will return to Katerina. You assisted us both greatly. I can hardly return the favor, but please accept this. It's of no use to me now.
Aww. Poor Sieglinde. She gives us a slab, which is huge for us.
Dear father.
Aww. I'll let you grieve, Sieglinde. I think she like followed her father around and let him adventure because that's like his thrill and joy in life. And finally he came to the end down here, all completely hollowed, she put him out of his misery, and now she's like, I can go back to Katarina, my home, right? Let's head back to Firelink Shrine. I think we're gonna do some smithing a little bit real quick, but it's not gonna be a very long episode because we're basically done and about to head into the catacombs. So I think this one's gonna be a shorter episode, but we're going to see if I have anything to... Okay, we don't have any Firekeeper souls. Let's go to the Abyss and let Kath take us down to the Lord Vessel. Place some of these vessels onto said Lord Vessel. We'll take a look at them again before we pop them on.
What is it? I am your guardian. Go on.
Take me down, bro.
Very well. Be still.
Alright. Let's look at Seaths again real quick. Soul of the albino Seath the Scaleless, a fragment of a Lord Soul discovered at the dawn of the Age of Fire. Seath allied with Lord Gwyn and turned upon the dragons, and for this he was rewarded dukedom, embraced by the royalty, and given a fragment of great soul. Although just a piece, it will still satiate the Lord Vessel. And then we got the Lord Soul itself. Lord Soul, soul of the bed of chaos and the mother of all demons. This Lord Soul was found at the dawn of the Age of Fire. The Witch of Izalith attempted to duplicate the first flame from a soul, but instead created a distorted being of chaos and fire. Its power formed a bed of life, which would become the source of all demons, and is more than enough to satiate the Lord Vessel. We have 2 more to pop in this bad boy. Oh, I guess they just consume them both at once, huh? Yeah. Alright. I think my divine weapon is going to be what we're taking into the catacombs, so it's going to be this broadsword. I think we're going to upgrade it a little bit. So let's pump a couple green Titanites into it. Let's get it up to like +5 at least, shall we? I don't think it can go past +5 anyways, so maxed that bad boy out. I think we can warp from here too, yeah. Let's go. I think it's Andre wants the fire. I think Andre wants the large flame ember. Maybe not. Maybe I think both of these actually have to go down into the catacombs and unlock the blacksmith down in the catacombs to give him that. But what about the dark ember? Or maybe the dark ember is the one that I actually have to bring down below. I'm not sure. Handled only by blacksmiths knowledgeable in ancient methods. Says it on both of these, and then no living blacksmith knows of it. That makes me think it's the blacksmith down below in the catacombs. Let's try and go to Sunlight Altar. Let's see if Andre will accept any of these. I haven't been to him in a while. Been a while since we messed with you boys. And let's go this way. Skip right past all that drama. Also, I don't think I've talked to Logan since we came back from the last time we saw him. We saw him somewhere else recently. I think it was the Duke's Archives. I don't think we've talked to him since we saw him in there. Ah, there's that hammer sound I love. Andre, my man, it's been a while. I got something you might want to have a look at.
Show me that ember of yours.
It is Andre.
Well, I've never heard of a black ember. How about leaving that ember with me? I find it strangely fascinating.
Now let me make sure. Who are you supposed to give the black ember to? Dark Souls 1. Okay, you do give the Dark Ember to Andre. To unlock the ability to ascend +5 divine weapons into occult weapons. Is occult weapon better than divine weapon? No, generally divine weapons are better for damage in Dark Souls 1 as they have higher base magic damage and more. Occult weapons often scale slightly better off of faith scaling and increase damage against living beings like gods and their kin. Occult weapons have a niche for hunting enemies like Black Knights and Silver Knights. So I guess you actually... Divine weapons are the only way to permanently kill the skeleton enemies in the catacombs. And you're actually going to see higher damage from keeping it as a divine weapon. So we'll give Andre...
Well, thank you.
We'll give Andre the Dark Ember.
Really is something special. I'm already under its spell. I sense great potential indeed.
He's been an OG with us. He's like our original smith. We gotta look out for him. We can then... We could make the Divine Broadsword into an occult broadsword. It does a little more base damage. It looks like the scaling is actually worse in dex and strength, but the faith scaling goes up like we read online. The physical damage would go up by a smidge. You'd lose a little bit of magic damage. It is actually better to just keep it as it is, I guess, huh? So I think we might make something else into an occult weapon eventually, but I do have an occult...
I'll be seeing you then. Be careful out there.
You too, Andre. I think I do have an occult, like, club or something like that we found, which might just be my occult weapon. Let me take a look at the box. So I have a notepad somewhere on my computer too that I can't really pull out right now because we're recording, but that shows a list of all the weapons that I wanted of each type and what weapon I was going to make it. But we have raw. We have the longsword as our raw weapon. We have the broadsword as our divine weapon, and it's +5. We're about to go into the catacombs next. This thing is going to be amazing for going down there. We have... a falchion as our enchanted weapon, a shotel +8 that we have to make to +10, and I think we're going to infuse it with some lightning magic, I think is the plan for this one. We have our chaos weapon right there. We have our base Uchikatana and Aito that we're trying to get to both +15, because this was my other Uchikatana that I made into a chaos blade. We have our washing pole, which is just the longest katana in the game. It's our third katana. I'm thinking about if there was enough shards to upgrade it to plus 15, I would. But we have a nice little riposte weapon with the mail breaker. I think I'm carrying one rapier on me just for shits and gigs. Ricard's rapier, Velka's rapier. Yep, just cool weapons to have. There it is, the occult club. I'm gonna actually take this out and keep that on me for now, just so we have an occult weapon type. We have a lightning weapon type with the lightning spear. I'll take that out just to have that type with me as well, and the crystal halberd to have that type as well. Other than that, I think that does it. So let's go ahead and warp back to Firelink Shrine. We'll go ahead and get ourselves set up for the catacombs, because that's where we're going to go take on next time. Probably play some more tomorrow and go ahead and get into the catacombs. So I think we're going to remove the bow and then pop on our broadsword. Let's see what it looks like. It's not bad. It's a nice little, you know, swingable blade. Like the heavy attack on it, it's a nice slice. The light attack, also kind of like a nice little slice. What about with a two-handed? A diagonal slice and a horizontal slice. That changes directions as you spam it. Okay. Alright, we're gonna call this one here for now, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for hanging out. Peace and love, and God bless, gamers.